Hey guys, what's up? So I haven't done a video talking about SERA MYU in a while because, I got back to school in September and then it was a crazy semester and I wasn't able to commit enough time to not only sit down and watch the musicals because they're kind of long, but to dedicate it to sort of paying attention to them, So now I've finally seen the next set of musicals and let's talk about it. So the thing with these musicals, the ones that star Miyuki as Moon, is really unique because the storyline in these three musicals not only are the only of the SERA MYU musicals that are sort of chronological, and the storyline carries throughout all three, so you have to see all three and see all three of them in order to get the whole story. But they're the only ones that don't follow any previous Sailor Moon canon, so this story is completely unique to these musicals. Now with that, I do know that the SERA MYUs are less popular, I guess, like people haven't seen them like they've seen the anime or like they read the manga, so I'm going to leave this video spoiler free. We're not going to talk about plot, we're just going to talk about like songs and acting and that sort of thing, because I'm going to hope that my wonderful things that I have to say about these musicals, because I really did enjoy them, will motivate people who haven't seen these musicals to see them, because I really enjoyed them, which was really refreshing after how much I didn't like Fumina's musicals. So to start, our beautiful, lovely Miyuki, I think she's absolutely fantastic. The thing about Miyuki's voice was that I feel like I wouldn't like Miyuki's voice in any other situation, because it's kind of nasally and it's really high, and I feel like I wouldn't like it on like a solo album of hers or that sort of thing, but I really feel like it fits Usagi. It's really cute and she's a really adorable actress for the role, and so overall I really like Miyuki as Moon almost as much as I liked Anza as Moon, and you know how I feel about Anza's voice. She's just absolutely fabulous. So the other thing about Miyuki is that I don't know what it is about her face, but she just looks like come to life anime Usagi to me, doesn't she? There's just something about her face that looks like, like in the Disney movie Enchanted when Amy Adams is cartoon and she goes to New York and she's real. That's what it's like to me. That is Usagi's Yukino come to life and she's real, and Miyuki. So I really love Miyuki as Usagi. I think that was a really great casting choice. So the first musical, The Last Dracul, you guys know how terrible I am with pronouncing things, I'm so sorry, is really good, actually. I really like it. It recycles a lot of songs from the older musicals. So like Usagi and Mamoru do the gondola song. And then Amy and Usagi do Tabadachi, and my only issue with the redoing of the songs is that Anza did them first, right? And Anza has like the best voice of anybody ever, so everything after that is going to be directly comparable. So it doesn't matter how much I love Miyuki or how much I love the actress that played Mercury in this set, they're never going to amount to the amazing singing voices of, Anza and Ayaka, and that's just the unfortunate truth. But this musical does have a lot of unique songs to offer. One of my favorites from this musical is the Uranus and Neptune introduction song. These two actresses, they are the literal real-life Uranus and Neptune. They are both so fabulous for these roles, and just, they're in these musicals, and I think they're in a couple before, and they're in a couple after, too, and they just, every mannerism is perfect. Haruka especially, I find that whenever she does her, little, joking and loving jabs at Usagi, she's fabulous, and they both are such talented singers, and the only complaint that I have is that I don't like Michiru's wig. I feel like it's too short, but that's totally irrelevant. Those two are definitely highlights in the musical for me as Uranus and Neptune, fabulous. This musical also introduces the song Fire, which carries throughout the whole sort of set of these three musicals. Fire is like the ultimate jam. I think it's like the most fun dance song ever. But even with both of those being said, my favorite song in this musical is the one that Dracul sings about the Fae. I love Yuta. You guys know that. I just love his voice and I love his demeanor and I love that he just seems like he's just the coolest guy in real life in general. And so, of course, a song that is him is something I'm going to love. And also, I know that this set of musicals, the Dracul musicals, are his last one. So after this, he's done. So I kind of try to cherish every moment. So with that song by Yuta being my favorite in that musical, it's even better carried into the second musical in the set of 3 because Hikari Ono sings it in that one because she plays his estranged daughter, and so she sings it about her dad. Hikari Ono is such an amazing and diverse actress. If you look at her roles in MYU, I mean, she went from Taki to that weird pirate thing, and now she's this absolutely gorgeous vampire, and then I know she becomes Prince Diamond in the Marina musicals. She's just so talented. The second musical in the set also kind of introduces these like little songs, I guess, for each senshi. So there's this messenger one for Rei, and then there's Zigzag Slash for Jupiter, and they all have their own little thing. And it's kind of unfortunate because I really, really wanted a song for Rei that I was gonna love, and I was so hopeful that this was gonna be it, and it's just not. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm sorry. My favorite song from this second musical is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I'll mess it up, but it's this one. Don't cry, dear friends. もう少しこのまま涙の不思議 I just think it's just so cute and so pretty, and then everybody comes out and sings it with her, and it's because Usagi's feeling kind of lonely and kind of sad, and it really works well, and everybody's voices sound really lovely. I will be honest though, the second musical in the set, I like the least. Just because it felt really long. Like, it felt like it dragged on and on forever, and I would, like, stop paying attention unintentionally, and then I would come back to it. You know, it is really cool because the second musical introduces Sailor Astarte, which we don't see anywhere other than this musical, I believe, so that part was cool. He had to do Soldier and all of that. So if you haven't seen this set of musicals, you're missing out on, you know, the whole senshi, but I don't know, I didn't like the second one as much. It was too long. Now, the third one was my favorite. And here's why the third one was my favorite without giving anything away. It is no, like, secret that I'm not a huge fan of the, like, cutesy things in musicals. Because with the Sailor MYU musicals, I usually feel like the, like, cute things or the fun things or whatever, they take forever to get through. So, like, it'll be just a simple scene or whatever of Usagi and Chibiusa arguing, and it'll take like 10 minutes. And I'm like, but I want to get back to the plot. I want to understand the bad guys, and I want to understand this, and I want to understand that. And we're just watching these two yell at each other the whole time, and I don't like that. And I feel like the second musical had a lot of that, and yeah, so those like songs, like the one Anza song about like a you know, they're on a picnic or whatever, I just don't like those ones. Another thing I don't like in the Sailor MYU musicals, and I'm just not a fan of the like really overly obnoxious, silly, funny, bad guy character. You know, so in the first of the set of musicals, we have this like quartet of characters without giving anything away, and they're like that. They're always falling over each other, and there's this scene where they're trying to name themselves, and it just goes on forever. And when I rewatched that musical, I skipped through it. I skipped through that whole bit, like, oh my gosh, please stop. So I know that a lot of people might not agree with me there. A lot of people like the fluffier, lighthearted stuff, but for me, if I want the fluffier, lighthearted stuff, I'll go back to the anime and watch some of the filler episodes. And in the musicals, I just feel like they only have a certain amount of time to tell the whole story and get the like whole drama across. And by putting in these ginormous chunks of nothing, they're just wasting time. Also, at the very end of the second musical, I'm not gonna give anything away, but they introduce the idea of the big baddie in the series, and it's a dark Cain, based on the story of Cain and Abel. And so the way that they build him up, I was even like, oh shit, like this guy's gonna be some serious business. What is this guy gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen? And then, end up seeing him until the third musical. So when I was on the second musical, I was a little bit like, everyone was all like, the first murderer, and it was this big intense thing. And then you see him in the third musical, and oh my gosh. There are some terrible outfits in SERA MYU. Some terrible outfits. I blame the 90s, but this is ridiculous. How are you supposed to take that outfit seriously? That is purple and green sequins. And what is that headpiece? What is that headpiece? I would see that villain and not be able to take him seriously anymore. What is he wearing? So, continuing on with the third musical from there, it is all that, like juicy plot, and all the voices are amazing, of course, so they're all singing these like really intense songs, and I just love it. And it's also not super long, which I appreciated. Wake Up Shining is a good one from this musical, because it is that, fun, cutesy song, but I liked it because it wasn't 15 minutes long. There's also this song in the third musical that I don't remember the name of for the life of me, and I can't seem to find it. So without giving anything away again, it's done by both halves of Deaf Falcon, and the female has like one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life, and then he has one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life, and it just makes it this absolutely musically cohesive and amazing song. So that one, I would say, is definitely one of my favorites as well. But one of my favorite things about this third musical is biker gang Hikari Ono. So when the sort of like, whatever throwaway team of bad guys appears in the beginning of this third musical, Usagi dubs them, like a biker gang, and Hikari comes out and she's still the vampire, but she takes off her helmet, and then so she wears this like biker outfit for the rest of the musical, and I just think it looks so absolutely awesome on her. She looks so adorable, and I just makes me so happy. And then she sings, and she's supposed to be this like rebellious kid for the whole musical. So Hikari Ono is definitely one of the most shining things in this musical set to me. Hikari, and I love Yuta as well in these musicals. So for me, those two really make these musicals. And as much as I love Miyuki as Moon, she's supposed to be the star, so I kind of look past that, and so it's those two. So, yeah, that was really hard to do and not give anything away, my goodness. So I definitely suggest that you see these three musicals in order, sit down, watch them. There's like a cajillion places online where you can watch them. Like I said, I really did enjoy these musicals, even if it didn't sound like I had a lot to say about them. And definitely enjoyed them more than Fumina. Miyuki's a better, like, live singer than Fumino was, sorry. And, so yeah, that's how I feel about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, or you want to talk about the actual plots of these musicals with me, let me know. You can message me below on YouTube, or message me on Tumblr, extrasailormars.tumblr.com, and we can talk there. If you want to talk actual plot, I would literally love to. Whether shoot me a message below, or on Tumblr, extrasailormars.tumblr.com, and we can talk all you want. Don't forget that I also have started making, like, beauty videos and, life videos and any other kind of video you want. So if you have a video you want to see me make, you can just let me know and we'll make it. Make sure you like and subscribe. You guys know the whole routine at this point. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!